What's up, y'all? I think we might be live, maybe. We're still waiting for Trump. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can. Give me a thumbs up. Been trying to go live here for a while. Maybe we got it. Hopefully. What's going on, y'all? We're live? Oh my God, maybe we did it. Hopefully, fingers crossed it actually stays live though. We're live? Okay. Fingers crossed it actually stays live. Hopefully. Hopefully. Loud and clear? All right. This is the scene. Everybody's waiting. That's where we're at right now. Waiting for Big Man to show up. There's rumors that Elon Musk could be showing up too. That's why we're waiting. I don't know. That's the rumor on Twitter right now. We'll see. What's up, Miguel? How we doing? Man, I hope this stays, guys. It's been a brutal time trying to actually get on the network. It was easy earlier. What's up, everybody? Gem Carpet, what's up? What's up? Uh-oh, we got some chants starting. What's up, guys? I'm hoping it stays. I'm hoping and praying that it stays. What's up? Smash the like button, guys. Let people know we're here. It's so hard to actually be live right now. $64 right now. It's actually live. What's up, Chris? Jim, Miguel, Zatoshi's in the house. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Guys, smash that like button. Let people know we're here. All right, run it up. Fire some emojis up. I want to get this chat popping. I want to get a bunch of people in here. I know we can. Let's fire it up. Hopefully we stay live. Huh? What? I can't hear you. Do I have any? I need it. What's up, y'all? In from Europe. Oh, okay. Alexis, bless your heart. What's up? Appreciate the video. Still waiting, guys.
Cheers to waiting after waiting. And then we'll wait to get on. We'll wait to get on. With Mo in it. Go to the Americans. We could actually
What's up, y'all? We're getting some people in here now. Let's go. Fire it up. What do you guys think he's going to say? Drop your thoughts down below. What do you think is going to happen here? Self-custody? Is it just going to be a bullish, hype, crypto talk? What do you guys think? Anything of substance? What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys are feeling. Also, three little dots. Smash the like button. Let's run this thing up. We need to get a bunch of people in here. I don't know, Charles. That's what I'm asking. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Here with all the boys.
Connor Sam.
Bitcoin going to jump? Hopefully. It's actually been moving up though already. What do you think the special guest is? I don't know. Everybody's saying Elon. We'll see. Maybe Ramaswamy gets announced as some type of crypto expert for the... I could see that. Ramaswamy is supposed to speak after him, which is kind of weird. Austin is not here now. He had some lacrosse stuff with son. BTC fell a little bit. Just bought more Satoshis. Nice. Mark Cuban, that'd be nice. No capital gains on BTC transactions. That would be big too. No capital gains tax on BTC transactions. This will get the market jumping. Let's hope. Fall down after conference. Las Vegas 2025, guys, check it out. May 27th to the 29th. Get your tickets now. Supposed to speak at 2, but we're all waiting. I mean, we're all waiting. Look at this. Donald Trump on Saul, is it pumping?
I'm locked in this specific down there for okay, I was right here on the border of much like this. I like it, but how well I'm stripped away from. I have such an incredible friend circle up in New York, but I actually appreciate that because I'm so focused on what I'm doing right now. What are you doing? I'm part of one of the larger media brands. So we got Discover Crypto, the Lab Academy, Blockchain Basement, Around the Blockchain, each and I. So I run the education. So I stream every day and do a bunch of content to the back end for the courses and stuff. And I had fun. Yeah, I miss some of the stuff I used to do. I toured for 15 years as a DJ. Played all over the world. So I miss that a little bit, but I'm also 40. So I don't actually miss it. It's more like, yeah, it's time. I want to go to bed. I don't want to be up at until 9 a.m. the next day playing after parties. That was fun. But crypto sucked me in like 2015, 2016, so I was spending all my time on crypto and thinking about it. Just because I think it'll really put pressure on moving the needle on to step away from all this regulation by enforcement. It's actually meaningful regulatory clarity on what's going on. Have you always been a Republican? No, I voted Biden. I voted Biden last time. I tried what he wanted also after the Trump office. I was fully entrenched with the media narrative. It's also being like a first world. I got sucked in, and my dad and I have always been really close, but I could not believe all these conspiracy theories that he was spreading. And then it come to find out, 3 years later, damn, 92% of everything that I thought was a conspiracy theory, this is really happening. So I just realized that there's just this media hit on Trump. You got the good thing looking at all the stuff that he was doing. Does he have the softest time? No. That's kind of what's needed in business, you know?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing a small delay of roughly 20 minutes. Thank you for your patience.
I'm gonna run out of battery by the time we go live. I'm gonna run out of battery by the time
is out the window. The main event of Bitcoin 2024 was meant to win. We're waiting for Donald J. Trump and potentially a special guest. Expectations are high. Strategic
Could be Elon, guys. Could be Elon.
history with an aggressive policy plan, calling on America to stockpile 4 million Bitcoin. Saylor, Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, making the same appeal. We've got a new round of panelists to discuss as we await history to happen at the Nashville stage event. Matt Odell to my left. Founder of 1031 Ventures, we've got Mr. Mike Germano, president of Bitcoin Magazine, and Q Amy. You know him as our roving reporter on the stream. He's been around the venue, talking with people, getting into the expectations, the insights, everything that's been going on. Obviously, a big announcement on stage before the waiting period that we're now entering, that Donald J. Trump is now a Bitcoiner. The Bitcoin community banding together to gift 1 Bitcoin to Donald J. Trump. Mike, your reaction to this news?
Rizzo, I really appreciate you calling on me first as I came running over here from the main stage.
Boy, that's because you know what happened in the room.
So, folks, wonderful things that are happening here. If you not see, there's a massive line that's outside because obviously 4 weeks ago we weren't even expecting to have a
I mean, I've seen the video. It looks absolutely wild. Is there people really lined up outside the block right now?
Oh, there's people outside the block. The room is full. It's the capacity. You know, we had to once again deal with fire codes. I want to say thank you to the Secret Service that did an unbelievable job here at the end. And not only were we excited for you know, we have our expo hall, they have all the main stages, so going through signature checks, we have to go through TSA. So I don't think Bitcoiners would ever expect to go through TSA. Matterdell's a big fan of TSA. So
Proof that election 2024 has come to Bitcoin 2024. Q, you're joining us from the floor. You've been covering all aspects of this venue. Maybe take us into what's happening outside right now. We're just seeing a room of energized people looking at TV screens, lined up to try to get in to see Donald J. Trump, to see this special guest, waiting. What are you seeing?
Well, look, we got in here very early in the morning, and from the start, before doors were even open, people were lining up in anticipation of this talk. People immediately, they got in, they didn't want to do anything else. They went straight to the screens, went down to the non-podium stage, and they, as some people with books, as some people like prepared to camp to make sure that they can just stay there all day to have seats to watch this historic event transpire. Never in any of the Bitcoin conferences that I've been to have I seen anything like this. We're making history today.
Of course, the waiting is building expectation. Is this raising the stakes for what Donald Trump has to say on stage?
Mike, he's a showman. Donald Trump's a showman, right? I mean, I'm expecting it to come out with like, like this is, you know, this guy, you know, he's a prince, he's teaching us a lot. He's a showman. I think he's building up the hype. And right now, you know, I want to point out Ron Paul, who's a doctor, a good doctor. He kind of ran as fast as he could over there, and he's in the hall with everybody. He got a wondrous applause when he came in. And right now, we're actually finally live going to be broadcasted to everybody in that room. So we want to thank everybody for waiting. We are
Reversal, coming out against CBDCs, recognizing our growing industry constituency, and really maybe the biggest one, he doesn't want to lose a far advantage that we might have on the international stage.
I want to see
This guy with the mask on?
the president
I have no idea.
lead us forward on the next generation.
One of the largest Shiba
I want
Inu
to
whales
see
who made billions of
America
dollars.
become the best country in the world
Shiba
for the
Inu
Bitcoin business. I want to see America become the best
token.
place in the world.
One of the most publicly known whales, or at least like docs
Productivity for the next decade. Q,
I don't know.
your thoughts on how what Donald J. Trump might say on stage might compare to this time period where we know America embraced innovation and inclusivity.
We are bearing witness to the playing out in real time. When John Myers announced El Salvador adopted Bitcoin in 2022, it was an incredible moment. The board in that room since Jill Thomas was talking about it. I could not imagine that just 2 years later we would be remotely having this conversation around America potentially having some sort of adoption, looking towards it. Joel's getting jumpy going.
You know, we're talking about.
Maybe I have to take it out of the case, you think?
Is it
One thing
I think so.
free Ross on day one.
Yeah,
That's
that's
one
right.
thing that he is doing. When he gets in, free Ross is on day one.
Maybe the case is too thick.
Bitcoin 2025 in Las Vegas. There's only one person that everyone's going to want to see. Right? And that would be Ross.
So how many Ross already founder of Silver Road, of course, the reason
Yeah,
that
it's on.
became
Hell yeah.
Bitcoiners, maybe
Thanks, bro.
can speak
If you were in
Ross,
like
is it
less than a year from
community
buying
why
a
so
thousand,
many people champion his cause?
I mean, I think at the core of the issue here is Ross has been in jail, often in solitary confinement for 15 years now. It was a non-violent crime. He was running a Bitcoin-powered drug marketplace, and I think it crosses party lines the fact that he has done more than enough time served. President Trump has promised to commute his sentence day one. And that's a key point there. Not pardon his sentence, not say he was not guilty, but commute it for time served. I would really like to see that. I will say that that falls under the context of believing a presidential candidate's campaign promises. I will say a lot of other things President Trump.
So guys, if you guys are just checking in, Trump is going to be coming on in about 13 minutes, give or take, based on what they just told us. Special guest coming with them. Everybody's speculating that it's Elon Musk. That's what rumors are saying right now all over social media. We'll see. That's kind of what we're waiting on right now. He was supposed to go on at 2 o'clock, obviously an hour late here. But
They will appreciate it.
He's waiting for somebody big, a huge special guest.
That was it. That was the paradigm shift right there.
I know people are popping in here at different times wondering why he's not up there already speaking.
Of course, we're talking about something more somber, the freedom of Ross Ulbricht at stake in election 2024. Meaningful for a country and a community, but also meaningfully for a family. Mike, I know you spent time with some of Ross's family, know the cause, know the movement. This is something that people who reported on the scene know well, the tale of Lynn Ulbricht and the family. Mike, I'm wondering if you could speak to them.
I mean, look at someone who's a parent myself to think about not being able to see your kid is a thought I don't want to have. And so when you see Lynn,
Yeah, guys, no problem. Sell the rumor, buy the news.
It makes you do the research. It makes you be willing to wear the free t-shirts.
Hoping my phone stays charged enough long enough for him to come up here.
Right now who's wearing a t-shirt, right? They all want to see that happen too. They get to be part of it. You didn't have, you know, a mom like this. And I would like to say, even after every single employee, you know, free Ross seems to.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can. Crypto mining. It's crazy with network issues.
That's free Ross everywhere.
Right, this has been a core advocacy push from Bitcoin Magazine. Any issue, if you go online, subscribe now, you'll find a free Ross ad. So Mike, maybe as the publisher of Bitcoin Magazine, you can tell us why we sent that message to so many people through our magazine.
Well, number one, it's because the magazine team always swaps out ad because a free Ross ad in any way doesn't help. It's a choice. But I think that's what it means for, you know, once again, Ross helped a lot of us maybe buy our first Bitcoin for it didn't matter what reason, right? And more importantly, it's a movement that is something we're excited to get behind. And as a publisher of a print magazine, we wanted to thank all the people who subscribed to it. If we didn't do that, we wouldn't have had the money to do the long-form journalism, wouldn't have had the money to put on this event. So we really appreciate those who believe in our cause too. And so we have to believe in a cause like freeing Ross.
Moments away from Donald J. Trump taking the stage, we're told a special guest is on the way. We want to back up. This is a historic moment. People from around the country coming in for the first time. Mike, you mentioned Dr. Ron Paul on this stage earlier today, speaking to the hundreds of thousands of people watching, really about his personal life, his crusade against central banking, about the monetary policy issues that are affecting America, and of course the economy. Such a big deal this year. People just feel like they can't get ahead. The TikTok videos going viral. People don't understand what's happening to them. To the average American voter who's coming to this for the first time, seeking answers. We say Bitcoin fixes this. What does this mean? I don't know.
Bitcoins, right? You see, you call them money.
I didn't realize you were going to call me. I just want to say that after we free Ross, I would really like to see in the American government and across the American political spectrum the priority be placed that America becomes a place where code is protected speech. I believe the Constitution already protects it. I believe that we have developers right now that are sitting in jail, one notably being Samurai developers, that should be freed immediately, and that protections should be in place going forward so that developers of open source software, not custodial software that does not touch money, are not treated as money transfer businesses, and that are properly treated as protected speech writers.
Do you want to take you into this conversation of course central banking, monetary policy concerns around the world? Maybe take the viewers at home into your top thoughts.
I mean, everyone feels it. We all see it when we go to the grocery store. We all see it when we're trying to fill up our tank of gas. We spent some time yesterday talking about this. You would be impressed to find someone who has not felt the effects of our terrible monetary decisions here in America and beyond as well. It's important to also recognize the fact that while the world relies on the dollar and we have felt inflation, the rest of the world has consistently seen higher and higher inflation than what we have stateside. So if you think it's bad here, it only gets worse and worse the further out you go. I'm going to continue to hammer this point home, but the fact of the matter is we have such a financial privilege to in America, in the country that has the global reserve currency. Most of the world, the majority of the world is unbanked, and Bitcoin is an opportunity for them to have access to money and store their wealth in a way that they just don't have.
We're going to go to a quick break now before we bring up another special guest, and we are still awaiting history. It's coming, folks. Donald J. Trump in the building at the Bitcoin Conference in Music City Center here in Nashville, Tennessee. Stay with us. We'll be right back. on X, YouTube, and Rumble. Stay tuned.
The Bitcoin Conference. We started with a dream to build a community focused on Bitcoin. It all started in 2019 in the heart of San Francisco, the first major Bitcoin conference in years that kickstarted a revolution. And then Miami, a place where enthusiasts, developers, dreamers, and innovators can come together to make Bitcoin better. It has been an amazing 5 years and 8 conferences thanks to all of you. Bitcoin Conference has become the largest global Bitcoin gathering in the world in hyper-Bitcoinization. While Miami was incredible, it was time to set the stage for Lakewood in a new city. So we took the conference on the road. Nashville, Tennessee was the obvious choice, a city known for music and freedom. Next year, the conference is heading from the stage. We are headed to a new city next year. With hyper-Bitcoinization right around the corner, we have no plans to take the foot off the gas. Find out where we are headed next. Scan the QR code and be at the main stage for the big announcement.
I told never my friend $10,000 great.
This is Mara, taking Bitcoin mining to the cutting edge of energy solutions. We're monetizing excess hydro energy here, turning waste into value by reducing landfill emissions and recycling data center heat to warm communities in Finland. With Mara, we're building the base layer of a sustainable future. To learn more, visit Mara.
Tyler was right about the movie. Oh, do you remember when you were talking about movies? Were you going to the movie? Yeah, what's he right about? That this was going to be way later, and that they would never make a 6 o'clock movie after Trump.
I told them no, I didn't want
Welcome back to the Florida News Desk, powered by Bitcoin Magazine. Once again, I'm your editor of Bitcoin Magazine. The main event of Bitcoin 2024 history is coming, folks. Donald J. Trump in the building. You've seen the pictures of the motorcade, the videos, people lined up around the block. History is happening. For those like delay, we've got a special guest here to tell us a little bit about some Bitcoin basics. We know there's hundreds of thousands of people watching at home. Many learning about Bitcoin for the first time. Aaron Warner, technical editor of Bitcoin Magazine, here to explain Bitcoin versus crypto. Some words.
Yes. So we have a Bitcoin conference. We have a Bitcoin magazine. So why do we focus on Bitcoin? So what is the difference between Bitcoin and crypto? Well, the first thing I want to first was Bitcoin. It was truly the first of its kind. But it was also open source. So anyone checks the code, but also copies and makes edits. So this started happening early on. People started to copy Bitcoin and make tweaks to it. At first these tweaks were very interesting. They had a different number of coins or a different hashing algorithm to create these coins, but they were very similar. Later on, some more ambitious projects came up that entered new futures, that Bitcoin did not have. So that raised the question, what is the real innovation here? Is the innovation Bitcoin, or is the innovation cryptocurrency more generally? So these alternatives, copies are called altcoins, and Bitcoin and altcoins both have cryptocurrency. Is it about Bitcoin, or is it about cryptocurrency? Well, some people will say the more the merrier, then the free market.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business. Join me in welcoming Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States, and soon to be the 47th President of the United States.
Bitcoiners, thank you very much. Hello, good to be with you. Good to be with you. So, Secret Service sure would like a more time. They go on the time. You can take 2 hours, 3 hours to hell with the people that have been waiting out here, but I'm sure they don't mind either. But it is a great honor, and a lot of things are happening in the world. Congratulations, please stand down. Everybody sit down. Ron Paul and Rand Paul are here. Amanda, I call Bob, but you probably know him as Kid Rock. Where's Kid Rock? He's a good guy, and another talented guy. He was so incredible. This one, he went and he played at the funeral of a great fireman, fire chief, killed a week and a half ago at the rally. And Billy Ray Cyrus went and played music for the family, and it was supposed to be so incredible. I've heard so many things. And by the way, Kid Rock is incredible. It was great. Another one, Jake Paul. You don't want to fight this guy. You don't want to fight. He's got a big fight coming with Mike Tyson, but he's glad he didn't fight Mike when Mike was 19. The Governor Joe Lombardo, who's fantastic, and we're doing well in his state, and he's going to make sure that there's no hanky-panky going on. And if that happens, we're going to win. It's a great state, but you know who he is, and he's a fantastic governor. Senators Bill Haggerty, Marsha Blackburn, Cynthia Lomas, Kim Scott on so many shows, and did such a great job. It's incredible. I want to thank special people, the warriors. Tommy Tuberville, you know Tommy Tuberville, senator from Alabama. You have many members of Congress, Andy Ogles, Thomas Mess, John Rose, Mark Green and French Hill, and the next U.S. Senator from Ohio. I hear he's doing very well, Bernie Moreno. Where is Bernie? I hear Bernie's doing well. The great Laura Loomer. Some of you know Laura. She's a fantastic woman. And a tremendous developer from New York and Florida, one of the best, Steve Woodcoff, and his son Alex with him today. It's an incredible family, development family that have been supporters from the beginning. Howard Lutnick, Cantor Fitzgerald, incredible, one of the truly brilliant men of Wall Street, and a whole group of his distinguished guests and a lot of other distinguished guests. We have a lot of other people here, and I won't bother anymore. That's because we have to talk about. So we have to talk about. Come on. There are countries that in this room really is great genius. Not all of you, but most of you. This is the kind of spirit that goes to America, and this is the spirit that's going to help us make America great again. I stand before you today filled with respect and admiration for what the Bitcoin community has achieved. It's incredible, actually. I sort of say to my sons, it's incredible because they do so much about it and so aware of it. We have 100 years ago. I think they're just in your interest. 2 years, Bitcoin has gone from barely an idea posted anonymously on internet message board to being the 9th most valuable asset anywhere in the world. Can you believe it? Think of that. It's already bigger than ExxonMobil. Soon it will be surpassing the entire market cap of silver. Not bad. Gold. And one day it probably will overtake gold, but based on the way it's going now, it could be a possibility. There's never been anything like it, and I don't think you've ever seen anything like it. And most people have no idea what the hell it is, you know, right? So what happens when they figure it out? That's going to really be something. Bitcoin is not just a marvel of technology. As you know, it's a miracle of cooperation and human achievement. A lot of relationships that are formed meeting a round table with a lot of leaders. And it's amazing. There's a great camaraderie. It's really obvious competition, but there's a relationship, there's a friendship that's developed with a lot of these people. I noticed that I don't usually see that too often. I see the opposite, actually. Because I'm running against the low IQ. Her. We're talking about low IQ. Address the Bitcoin community today. We don't do it. China's going to do it. Others are going to be doing it. Let's do it and do it right. My vision is for an America that dominates the future. We have the best economy, the highest standard of living, the safest, the most beautiful cities. By the way, when I say safest, our cities are going to hell right now. Our cities are going to hell. We're going to fix our cities. We're going to work with Democrats that have destroyed our cities, but we'll work with them to get our cities back. We're going to bring our city back. And we really were the freest and the most ambitious, dynamic nation ever to exist on Earth, and we're going to get that back again, because we're not there now. We're a nation in decline. You know it, we know it. Doesn't sound nice. It's okay, because we're going to bring it back. We're going to bring it back. But now it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Even today, when we look at what we just said, it would never have happened if they respected our country. We don't embrace crypto and Bitcoin technology. China will die, and we cannot let China die. We're making too much progress as it is. And we want them to be successful. We want China to be successful. We have to be the most successful. We have enough. Two chargers, you know, a charger for the electric cars. And you know, I love Elon. And you know, I love Elon. He's really endorsed me and great endorsement and everything else. But really endorsed me and great endorsement and everything else. But not everybody has to have an electric car. I told them that. So we're going to get rid of that mandate if you don't mind. Some people want gasoline propelled cars. Some people are hybrid. And some people like electric cars. I think they're great. I think what he's done is great, and I think he understands it. I guess he probably wouldn't have endorsed me for him of this, but he did, and it's just like they did these chargers in the Midwest. There are 8 of them. They spent $9 billion to build 8 charges to charge up a car. And at that rate, it would cost approximately $12 trillion to put the charge. And somehow that's not working. The country would have to file for Chapter 11. We'll do a Chapter 7 instead of Chapter 11, but it's the equivalent. No, we have to use our brain. We have to be, we are the party of common sense, okay? We have to have common sense. But what we do have to do is we have to produce tremendous electric for AI and for all of the other things, including the things that you're doing. And we'll get it produced, and we're going to get it produced fast, or we're not going to be able to compete with China and other countries. So we're going to get it produced. My plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made. Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say. It's going to the moon. I want America to be the nation that leads the way, and this is going to happen. Oh, you're going to be very happy with me. The greatest guy. I'm quite proud to be the first party now in American history to accept donations in Bitcoin and crypto. Since we made that announcement on May 21st, we have already raised $25 million, much of it in Bitcoin, crypto, and others that are very, very good also. But as you know, our excitement about the future of Bitcoin and crypto could not be more difficult from the approach of our opponents. It can't be, look, our opponents have gone a difficult route. They go in old-fashioned stuff. We're going to take it right down the middle. We are so different from anybody else in terms of a campaign. Well, we understand it. They don't understand it. They are blocking your path. They're blocking your way. But I made it a lot easier for you because the SEC has been very, very tough on you. And now they see that you've embraced me. All of a sudden, people that were under investigation, they're being, they say, oh, no, we don't want to do that. We love crypto. Let me tell you, if they win this election, every one of you will be gone. They will be vicious. They will be ruthless. They will do things that you wouldn't believe. Right now, because of me, they're leaving you alone. So please say thank you, President Trump. Thank you. And the reason they're doing that is, I've heard from some of your great geniuses that talk about the subject. I heard from Vivek, 175 million people in some form are involved with this world of crypto and Bitcoin and all of the others. 175 million. So when they heard that, they said, let's be nice to them at least until after the election. So I've taken a lot of pressure off a lot of people. A lot of people are very happy today that about 3 months ago weren't so thrilled. For 3.5 years, is that you know it's right. For 3.5 years, the current administration has waged a war on crypto and Bitcoin like nobody's ever seen before. This industry, they target your banks, they choke off your financial services. Have people seen that? Yes. Yeah. They have. Plenty of hands up. They block ordinary Americans from transferring money to your exchanges. They slander your criminals. But that happened to me too because they said the election was rigged. He said the election was rigged. He should spend the rest of his life in jail for making that statement. Of course, they say it about us, and it's okay. No. And by the way, we're doing very well in the election. You know, we lost the candidate recently, Crooked Joe Biden. And I lost this wonderful person. Actually, a terrible human being, if you want to bet it. And we have another worse human being. And I sort of made an analogy last night. Last night, think of this, I was speaking in front of a very powerful, very strong, very religious group, Christians, evangelicals, Christians. And then today I come in front of Bitcoin. And now I'm going to do a rally. You think my life is so great, don't you, huh? But I cover a lot of territory. I go from religion to Bitcoin to a rally. And I get it mixed up like other people. Where they come out and they say, may God bless everybody involved in the Bitcoin world. But actually we need that because you need blessing, because you've got to do something very spectacular. But we had an incredible time last night talking to Christians, largely Christians, a Christian group. And this is so great. And then we have a very big rally in Minnesota. Hasn't been one since 1972. Richard Nixon, can you believe it? And I think we're leading Minnesota, but there's some hanky-panky that's going on in Minnesota, but I think we're doing good, so we're going to leave here, we're going to go there for a big rally, but it's such an honor to be with you when we see the attacks on crypto, the part of a much larger pattern that's being carried out by the fascists who weaponize government against any threat to their power. They've done it to me. Did you see I just won the big case in Florida? Thank you very much. That was the documents. I have Presidential Records Act on my side. Biden did. By the way, Biden, they said he's guilty as hell, but we're not going to charge him because he's incompetent. I won the case the old-fashioned way. It's called you win. I wouldn't have wanted to win the way he won. Trump won the case because they called him incompetent. Think of this. So they called him incompetent. So he's incompetent to run for trial, to stand trial, but he's not incompetent to run the country. How does that work? But he's not doing it anymore because he didn't do particularly well in the debate. Did anybody watch the debate? Not too many. Somebody said to me, you did horribly in the debate. I said, why? He said, because there's no way he can continue forward. That's how bad it was. He said, I understand that, and that's exactly what happened, actually. We had a group debate. It was a tremendous debate, actually, and since then, you have to open the eyes, you have to see what's going on. We have a country to run. The problem is that Kamala is worse than Joe. She's worse. She's a radical left lunatic, defund the police, all of the different things. And so far she's got a little honeymoon going on right now, but when people hear about her, and she's against crypto, by the way, against it very big. So I just want to let you know, you got to get out. You got to get out and vote. It should be no surprise that these same totalitarians are hell-bent on crushing crypto and obliterating, and that's what they want to do, and that's what they are stated. They're there right now. You have the SEC, you know what they're doing, obliterating Bitcoin. The reason could not be more clear because Bitcoin stands for freedom, sovereignty, and independence from government. The Biden-Harris administration's repression of crypto and Bitcoin is wrong, and it's very bad for our country. It's really quite un-American. As you know, 6 days ago, we officially defeated the worst president in the history of the United States. I believe he was the worst president in the history of the United States. Think of it. Millions and millions of people have come into our country. They've come in from jails. They've come in from, think of it, insane asylums, mental institutions. They've come in terrorists. We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now. The same people that you just heard about from Israel, that did that in Israel, they're coming in and nobody checks them. Nobody knows what's going on. We have no idea what's going on. We've lost control of our country, and only bad things can happen. So it's not going to be that way. We're not going to let that happen. We're beating them, and we're beating them badly, and we have to make sure that we do. We need to do it for our country. And you can't just be a fighter and have your man lose the fight, or woman, but in this case, a man. He's losing the fight. He's down by 15, 16, 17 points. They say that You're not going to win, Joe. You got to get out. He didn't want to get out. He said, I'm not getting out. He said, you're getting out. He said, I'm not getting out. I got 14 million votes. I'm not getting out. They said, if you're not getting out, we're going to institute the 25th Amendment on your mental competence. He said, like I said before, I think I'm going to get out. Yeah. And they got him out. But it's like this. You're fighting, you're in a campaign. You spend a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and he's losing. And then they say, let's take him out of the fight. We'll put a new fighter in there. The new fighter is her. Probably my second choice. Will always be my first choice, but she'd be my second choice. And again, if we don't win this race, and I know you're not that political, but you have to be political because your whole thing, I mean, you have a lot of politics involved in what you do. If we don't win this race, this country could be finished as we know it. This country's going to be in bad shape, and we have to be in there, fight, and we have to win. And I pledge to the Bitcoin community that the day I take the oath of office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's anti-crypto crusade will be over. It will end. It'll be done. The moment I'm sworn in, the persecution stops and the weaponization ends against your industry. And as long as I'm in the Oval Office, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, do you remember? Yes, I'm an Indian. Yes, she said, I'm an Indian. Why are you an Indian? You don't look like an Indian. No, my mother told me I have high cheekbones. Oh, that's why she was an Indian. So I named her Pocahontas. Elizabeth Warren and her goons said she's very nasty to you. She hates your people. She hates everything about you. Will keep their hands off Bitcoin. They're going to keep their hands off crypto. They're going to let it grow. They're going to let it grow. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. Let me say it again. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. I will appoint a new SEC chairman who believes America should build the future, not block the future, which is what they're doing. And Kamala Harris wants to make him Treasury Secretary. That's not good. That's not good. He was Hillary Clinton's finance person. Did you know that? Crooked Hillary. You remember Crooked Hillary? Anybody remember? He was the finance chairman of Hillary Clinton's campaign against the gentleman known as Donald Trump. Not a popular person within the Clinton. Actually, she came to my wedding. Do you know that? What a great First Lady Melania came to our wedding. Bill came to our wedding. But it's amazing things when you run for office. A lot of things change in your life. A lot of things change. As president, I will immediately shut down Operation Choke Point 2.0. They want to choke you out of business. We're not going to let that happen. And no longer will your government sit by and watch as Bitcoin jobs and businesses flee to other countries because America's laws are too unclear and too tough and too angry and too stiff. We will keep each and every Bitcoin job in the United States of America. That's what we're going to be doing. Upon taking office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and Crypto Presidential Advisory Council. Would anybody like to be on that particular council? Their task will be to design transparent regulatory guidance for the benefit of the entire industry, and they will get it done in 100 days. We will have regulations, but from now on the rules will be written by people who love your industry, not hate your industry. People that want to make it clear and simple, straightforward, and fair. People that want to see your industry thrive, not dive. Next, I will immediately order the Treasury Department and other federal agencies to cease and desist all steps necessary, because, you know, there's a thing going on in your industry. They want to move the creation of central bank currency. It's over. Forget it. CBDC. There will never be a CBDC while I'm president. Defend the right to self-custody. You're going to have a great industry, and we're going to be fuel for your industry, not demolish your industry. America will once again be a nation that protects property rights, privacy, freedom of transaction, freedom of association, and freedom of speech. We're going to change we're going to go back to the old days when we were a nation that was building, not a nation that was eating itself alive from within. As part of our effort to provide regulatory clarity, we will create a framework to enable the safe, responsible expansion of stable coins. You know what a stable coin is? Does anybody know? Please raise your hand. Allowing us to extend the dominance of the U.S. dollar to new frontiers all around the world. America will be richer, the world will be better, and there will be billions and billions of people brought into crypto economy and storing their savings in Bitcoin. So that's the way it is. That's pretty much the way it is. Those who say that Bitcoin is a threat to the dollar have the story exactly backwards. I believe it is exactly backwards. Bitcoin is not threatening the dollar. The behavior of the current U.S. government is really threatening the dollar. The danger to our financial future does not come from crypto, it comes from Washington, D.C. It comes from trillions of dollars in waste, rampant inflation, and open borders while giving welfare and free health care to all of the illegal aliens that are pouring into our country by the millions and millions and millions. It comes from printing hundreds of billions of dollars to fund endless wars overseas while our cities are like combat zones here at home. 2 weeks ago in Chicago, 117 people were shot and 17 died. Afghanistan doesn't have anything like that. You know, you think about tough places. Look at what's happening with our cities. What's happening in the last 3 years, last 3.5 years. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Think of it. 117 over 4th of July weekend. 117 people were shot and 17 died. This is the United States of America? I don't think so. By the way, when I was president, we had no wars. We had no new wars. We didn't start it. Remember when Hillary said, he'll start wars. Look at his personality. No, I said, my personality will keep us out of wars. But we finished off some of the old ones like ISIS, which they said would take 5 years to do, maybe more. We did it in 4 weeks. We did ISIS in 4 weeks. Because we have a great military, and it's not a woke military, by the way. Maybe some of the people on top are woke, but this is not a woke. I got to see that first. When I looked at what they did and what they did for me, they were unbelievable. They did things that nobody thought were possible. Our real generals and our soldiers, there's no woke. They're trying to get them to be woke, but these people are not going to go woke, I can guarantee you that. With your support this November, we will restore confidence and we will restore common sense to our nation's capital. Because ultimately, it is about, it's not, are you conservative, are you liberal, are you progressive? They like progressive, it sounds so nice, right? It'll destroy our country. It's actually become a terrible word. It'll destroy our country. But it's not about that, it's about common sense. We want to bring common sense back in. This is all common sense that we're talking about today. And Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before, even beyond your expectations. You are the people that are doing it. As we start the war on crypto, we will immediately, and we'll do this very quickly, begin to build our economy, because when America is prospering, Bitcoin is soaring and it'll go up with it. We had the greatest economy ever, and we will soon have it again. Under the Trump administration, the typical middle-class family income rose by $6,000 a year. People don't like mentioning that. America had more money to save than at any time in many decades. As a result, during my 4 years in office, now you have to listen to these numbers. These numbers are like beautiful. And I don't want to repeat myself. Listen to these numbers. As a result, during my 4 years in office, Bitcoin surged by 3,900%. From $898 the day I took office to $35,900 the day I left. That was the biggest jump. I guess it was just about any industry. Think of that. Now compare that to just after 3.5 years of Biden and Harris, adjusted for inflation, Bitcoin is up 50%. Now 50% sounds good, but not when you're comparing it to almost 4,000%. Right? 50%. You know, normally you say, oh, that sounds pretty good. Let's not put that into the speech. No, 50% is not good. When people can't afford groceries or rent, they have no savings to store in Bitcoin. This administration caused the biggest inflation in the history of our country. And that's what's happened. Our people are being wiped out. From the very first day we take back the White House, we will replace the Biden-Harris economic stagnation with a brand new Trump economic boom. You're going to have a tremendous boom. You know, you have a lot of great analysts out there. Scott, I'm talking about you, Scott, one of the greatest of all, and others that say the stock market's going up because they think Trump is going to be elected. And if Trump isn't elected, this country's going to go into a depression, the likes of what you had in 1929. And I hope that's not true, but I can understand it. I can understand what they're saying. The stock market gain, they think, is because it looks like we're going to win the election. And I don't know what's going to happen with the election. You know, they cheat like hell, and I don't know what's going to happen. But if we win it, this country is going to be boomtown. It's going to be booming like it never boomed before. The current administration's economic plan includes trillions in new spending and $5 trillion tax hikes. They want to increase taxes by $5 trillion. They want the expiration of the Trump tax cuts to take place. They want a wealth confiscation tax so that when you make all of your money that you're going to make and all of the people you're going to employ, they want to take away your money in the form of a first-time ever tax and a gigantic capital gains tax that will exceed substantially in many states over 50%. My plan is the opposite. We will lift the workers and we will create savers out of so many people. We will reward success. We will not punish success. They want to punish success. They want to punish genius. Not going to let that happen. I will make the Trump tax cuts permanent and deliver massive tax cuts for families and individuals and businesses that produce jobs. That includes no tax on tips. You know that, right? We get rid of the tax on tips. I will cut unnecessary and burdensome regulations, fight every day to make America the best place on earth to build a business, including a crypto business. It's going to be the best place. You're not going to have to go to China. You're not going to have to learn, gee, how do I learn Chinese? I want to learn it very quickly. I have a little granddaughter that speaks fluent Chinese. Can you believe it? And it's a wonderful thing. It's not easy, but you're not going to have to do it. Most importantly, for our citizens, we will end the inflation nightmare that this administration has created, and we will end it quickly. It's got to end. It's destroying our country. You know, inflation is a country buster. You can go back many, many years to Germany, and you look at what happened to Germany during their huge period of inflation, destroyed the country. It's a country buster. The Bitcoiners, and I say to you that you recognize the dangers of inflation long before most others did. You understood inflation, frankly, better than anybody else. You know that, don't you? If only they had listened. They didn't listen to you. They didn't listen to you. The trillions of dollars in ridiculous waste approved by our opponents resulted in the very inflation disaster that Bitcoiners had always predicted. 20, 30, and even 40% of the value of every dollar was wiped out and wiped out quickly. You understood that, but a lot of other people didn't. The life savings of millions of Americans was rapidly. And very simply, uncontrolled inflation is a stealth taxation of the middle class. It really is. It's a stealth taxation. I call it the Biden tax now. I call it the Harris tax or the Harris-Biden tax or whatever the hell we're going to call them. But it's a disaster. It's a tax of 50%. It's a 50% tax. Inflation, think of it. It's a 50% tax on people, 5-0. This is a human tragedy, and it's destroyed people. It's a national disgrace. It's destroyed everything in its way. It must never be allowed to happen again, and it won't. When I'm president, I guarantee you it won't happen, because we're going to do things that make sure it doesn't happen. They've allowed pricing to get totally out of control. We're going to do energy, bring it down to levels that people have not seen in many, many years. We had it at levels. We were at $1.87 for a gallon of gasoline. You don't see that right now. For 4 straight years, under my leadership, we had effectively no inflation, none. When I left office, it was 1.4%, and then it stayed there for almost 2 years. Remember when Biden said it was 9? I inherited 9%. That was just another lie. Misinformation, disinformation. We gave them a hot country. We went through the COVID. We did an incredible job. Never got credit for that. Always got credit for the economy, for the military. We rebuilt the military. We created Space Force. We did so many different things. Never got credit for that. You know what? We gave them a great country with essentially no inflation. And after 2 years, they drove this country and they drove inflation through the roof. 2 years, cost of living went up, in some cases, by over 50%. They say 22%. They like to say 22, but it could be much higher, and it is much higher depending on what they include. They don't include things like interest, 2.5% to 10%, but you can't get the money. I will stop the wild and wasteful spending of this administration. I will end the endless wars. They never stop. Again, we had no wars. We had no new wars under your favorite president, President Trump. We had no new wars. They thought I was going to start a war. Let me tell you something. I'm going to stop World War III, because we're closer to World War III than we've ever been in World War II. I will seal the border and stop the invasion of millions of people pouring into our country illegally. We will totally defeat, and we will do this quickly. We will defeat inflation, and together we will bring back the American dream for citizens of every race, religion, color. We will bring it back, the American dream. You don't even hear the statement, American dream, anymore. You don't hear those words anymore. We used to talk about the American dream. A lot of you people are in the American dream, but you're going to be crushed if you don't elect me. I hate to tell you. You don't elect me, you're going to be crushed. You're going to say, Alice, what a mistake it was. We went for a person who has no talent. She's been a failure at almost everything she's done instead of Trump. And look at us now. We're going to move into an extremely small house from our beautiful house. But we will end the war on American energy, and we will very simply drill, baby, drill. We're going to drill, baby, drill. We have to. It's what we have. We have more liquid gold under our feet than any nation in the world, more than Saudi Arabia, more than Russia. We don't use it. We don't use it. They use it. We don't use it. We go out and buy oil from Venezuela. It's amazing. But we won't stop there. We will harness American energy in all forms. I have set the ambitious goal that by the end of my term, the United States will be the #1 lowest cost of energy and electricity of any nation on earth. We can make it so inexpensive. We Because of what we have under our feet, we can make it so inexpensively. And with low energy costs, America will become the world's undisputed Bitcoin mining powerhouse. You'll be a Bitcoin mining powerhouse. You will not have to move your family to China. You will not be moving to China. As we implement these reforms, Bitcoin and crypto will grow our economy, cement American financial dominance, and strengthen our entire country long into the future. Many Americans do not realize that the United States government is among the largest holders of Bitcoin. Does anyone know that? How about that? The federal government has almost 210,000 Bitcoin, or 1% of the total supply that will ever exist. But for too government has violated the cardinal rule that every Bitcoiner knows by heart: never sell your Bitcoin. How did I figure that one? Never sell your Bitcoin. And so, as the final part of my plan today, I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. We'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. As you know, most of the Bitcoin currently held by the United States government was obtained through law enforcement action. You know that they took it from you. Let's take that guy's life. Let's take his family, his house, his Bitcoin. We'll turn it into Bitcoin. It's been taken away from you because that's where we're going now. That's where this country is going. It's a fascist regime. And so as I take steps to transform that vast wealth into a permanent national asset to benefit all Americans, today I repeat my pledge to commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served. It's enough. It's enough. That's where we are as a country. Ultimately, my promise to each and every one of you is this: I will be the pro-innovation and pro-Bitcoin president that America needs and our businesses deserve. This will be one industry, but this will be a thriving industry, a great industry, and I'm going to be doing the same thing for every other industry also. Our nation has never thrived by trying to steer new ideas and shut down the dreams of our people. America always plants our flag on the next frontier and pushes boldly ahead. We have to do that. We haven't been doing that for a long time, especially the last 3.5 years. It's done the exact opposite. Those of you in this room inherit the legacy of generations of American pioneers and patriots, risk takers and renegades who settled this continent, built the modern world, and lived on the bleeding edge. You live on a bleeding edge. You do know that, Bitcoiners, don't you? You are the modern-day Edisons and Wright brothers and Carnegies and Henry Fords, and what you do in your lifetime stands a chance to outlive us all and inspire humanity for generations to come. This will go down as a very important day in the history of your industry. Together you are building America's future with your own smarts, your own grit, and your own skin in the game. You have a lot of skin in the game, and that's what you're doing. It takes courage to do it. Most people don't have that courage. My job will be to set you free and to let you do what Americans do best and what you're going to do better than anybody. Win, win, win. You're going to win, win, win. With energy, passion, and brilliance like we have rarely seen before, our country cannot fail. We're a failing nation right now, but we're not going to be for long. Our country cannot fail. With your help, we will save our nation, we will restore our republic, and we will make America and Bitcoin bigger, better, stronger, richer, freer, and greater than ever before. Thank you all. Have a good time with your Bitcoin and your crypto and everything else that you're playing with. and we're going to make that one of the greatest industries on earth. Good luck, and God bless you all. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Don't know if there's still a special guest. That was a rumor. We don't know. Hopefully you guys subscribe down below. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe.
You know, before you all leave, have we got a present for President Donald Trump? Here it is. This is the Bitcoin Reserve Bill. I'm reading from the text. In the Senate of the United States, to establish a Bitcoin strategic reserve, a network of secure storage vaults, purchase program, and other programs to ensure the transparent management of Bitcoin holdings of the federal government. My name is Cynthia Wallace, and I in January of 2009, my message that will change the world. It's our Louisiana Purchase moment. We'll start with the 210,000 Bitcoin that President Trump mentioned and pull it into a reserve stored in geographically diverse vaults. And that's only the beginning. Over 5 years, the United States will assemble 1 million Bitcoin reduce our debt. This Bitcoin is going to be transformative for this country. As President Trump just said, we are printing too much money. We are spending too much money. We printed in 22 months during COVID the same amount of money that had ever been printed in the history of the United States. Well, no more. With a strategic Bitcoin reserve, we will have an asset that in that period of time, before 2045, can cut our debt in half. And as Michael Saylor said yesterday, if we put $3.3 million in a Bitcoin reserve, we will eliminate the United States debt. We will be debt-free because of Bitcoin. This asset is working not only our country but our world. And the United States needs to be the global leader, as President Trump just said. And you know what? We don't have to be
Epic, guys. I just lost my whole group, but it's basically it. Cynthia Lum is putting a plan together for Bitcoin Reserve. So we knew that was going to happen. She kind of alluded to it yesterday during her talk. But appreciate you guys. Subscribe down below. See ya. Peace.